Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro digital commentary. Today I'm going to be doing a game between Nordic Esport and TS. Nordic Esport on Sentinel and TS on Scourge. I've heard many things about this game that is epic, that is long as heck. So I'm not going to do the pick ban analysis like I usually do because this game is long. So, but before I get into the game, I just want to give everyone a big thanks for enjoying my farming guide. It's been quite a bit of time researching it and also recording scene, preparing it, and everything. I'm actually quite shocked how well it's turning out with everyone supporting it. So, thank you for your support, and I hope you guys will keep supporting my channel and my commentaries as well. But let's get back to the pick and ban. We have AA, Bat Rider, Clock being banned, and then Syllabear, Shadow Demon, and Lycanthrope being picked as the Doombringer, Crystal Maiden, Windrunner. Meanwhile, Scourge having the Lich, Weaver, and the Venomancer. I'm a little bit scared for TS right now because they don't have any good stuns or any stuns being picked right now. I'm gonna actually slow down now since we do have the pick and ban almost finishing. Meanwhile, Sentinel here, they don't have too much stun to work with. The Shackle Shot, it's not really a very reliable stun. Freeze Bite, it's okay, although a lot of Crystal Maiden players choose not to level up more than 2 levels of Freeze Bite. So in terms of stun, it's not very stun heavy in terms of what Nordic Esports got, but it's a lot better than what TS got because they got nothing. The only thing they could really have is a mini stun so far. So I'm looking to Kev into picking some very heavy stunners. Meanwhile, 4th pick for Nordic Esport is Furion. Furion's being quite a bit a trendy pick nowadays in the European scene, probably due to the popularity being picked up by MYM and also I think Fail Micros as soon as he plays a very good Furion as well. Maybe that's what we're going to be seeing, a bootless Furion, carry Furion, ganking Furion. But you know, your guess is as good as mine because these European teams really like to experiment, really like to show off their creativity. So we might see a jungle Furion. I don't really know. Meanwhile, on Scourge here, again, we're going to go into a stunless 4th pick, which is an Anti-Mage. And Anti-Mage plus Lich is a very scary combo because with that Frost Armor giving Anti-Mage, who already does have a very heavy armor, you give him even more of that. And then he also has, of course, magic resistance from his passive. So he is a moving tank. Like, you don't think Anti-Mage as a tank, but he really can be a tank, especially if you get Vanguards and maybe Strength Treads on it, and just through his natural growth and the fact of Spell Shield and Frost Armor, he can tank quite a bit of damage. I don't care if you're up against Doom, I don't care up against Windrunner or Furion, he can tank quite a bit. Of course, it comes down to item and positioning and everything else, but I think Kev's 4th pick is going to signify that they might want to just go for some more drawn out team fights. The Scourge team very good at drawn out team fights. Venomancer deals a whole bunch of damage, you know, if the battle keeps going. Swarm is a good skill for drawn out team fights so that the bugs will do more and more minus armor. Of course, again, like what I said, Anti-Mage can tank and regens quite a bit generally with the items he goes. So I think that's what Kev's plan is right now. Nordic Esport doesn't have the hero that is bursty enough to take down any of these guys. They don't have anything like a Lion or maybe a Blink Dagger Shaker or anything like that. So in terms of the picks, even though Kev or TS in this case doesn't have any or too many stuns or any stuns to work with, I think they're okay. They're okay. They have a lot of AoE, sort of. Venomous Gale, Chain Frost AoE-ish, the Swarm sort of AoE. So they're okay in terms of stopping push or maybe just engaging in small-scale team fights and whatnot. It really comes down to Kev's 5th pick, which I'm very curious. In my past commentaries, whenever I see a team that picks like 1 stun or 0 stun, they always lose. They always lose. I'm not too sure whether this prediction is too early to be made. Although, again, it's very odd for professional teams to not pick stuns. Stuns is generally what gets you the kills, what helps you escape, help you win team fights. And we do see a Balnar 5th pick, and which is going to make it very interesting in terms of laning for Nordic Esport. They have many heroes that require EXP. Windrunner is good with the XP, although we might see her on support this game. Doom needs the XP. Balnar needs the XP. Furion is good with the XP, although not really needed. So we might see a jungle Furion with the Crystal Maiden supporting the Night Stalker. Or we might see a tri-lane of a Night Stalker, Windrunner, and Crystal Maiden and have a solo Doom and solo Furion. But what this Night Stalker pick all about is going to be silencing that Weaver and silencing that Anti-Mage, preventing him to blink. And now with that, we have two very reliable silence of Doom and of course the Fear of Darkness, which is Fear, whatever that's called. It's going to be good in shutting down what Weaver and Anti-Mage is good at, which is escaping, hanging out in a team fight with very low HP, coming in and out of a team fight. So right now I feel like Nordic Esport, no matter what Kev pick as Master last pick is going to have the upper hands of picking. They have a very well-balanced team, good laning, good team fight potential. The only thing I might want to knock them upon is having a somewhat a weaker late game, very late game. They might be a little bit weak, but if Nordic Esport plays it right, they don't ever need to get to the late game. Doombringer, Furion, and Night Stalker are very strong mid-game heroes. Same with Windrunner, so they should be able to finish this game in 30-35 minutes if everything goes according to plan. And again, one more time, I sound like a broken record now, but they are not up against any stuns, so they should make ganking and any sort of team fight a very easy thing. And let's see what Kev is going to do for his last pick. Just guessing on Kev's laning, right? We're going to see a Weaver, maybe top solo of some sort. We're going to see a Venge, very stable last pick. So we're going to see a Lich support, a Venom support with the AM. No, excuse me. A Venge and a Venom supporting the AM. And then maybe a Lich. Either the Lich or Venom is going to be soloing. Going to turn on my health bar. As I was talking about Scourge laning, the thing I do want to point out is that they're very versatile in terms of laning. Of course, Venom can solo, Lich can solo, Weaver can solo, but all of these can go into tri-lane as well. But the Venge and the AM probably going to be the other two components of the tri-lane. We do see wards being bought by the Venomancer, so that means that Venom is going to be on support. Lich is going for somewhat of an interesting solo, like a long lane solo build. We do see Earn Lich being a little bit more popular nowadays than before, but I still think Boots Lich might be better in terms of long laning solo, especially against the Trolling. The Scourge, ooh, what is this? We're gonna see a Doom. No, we have to figure out warding. Well, a lot of wards being done. That's four wards. Very heavy investment in terms of this for the Sentinel. They are gonna see everything what the Scourge is doing, so that they are expecting some type of jungling. There's really no reason to really block off this ward. I mean, yeah, you could pull this camp, of course, into here and here, but I think blocking off this camp is mostly used against things like Enchantress or Chan, so I'm not really too sure why the Scourge or Sentinel team blocked it off. There's no really strong junglers that the Scourge team is capable of, so I have no idea why such heavy investment of wards is necessary. But it's not going to make too much of a big deal. The only thing that's really hurting them in terms of the 6-minute mark is that they don't have, if they want to get 4 observer wards by then, they won't be able to do it because wards have a cooldown on it. So not going to be too big of a deal. As we see, Venomancer going to be going top or maybe hang out mid. No, we're going to do a solo mid. Oh, this is very smart laning. Solo mid anti-mage because the Scourge team knows Doom is going to be solo mid on the other side. So anti-mage can take very easy advantage against Doom. And even if you have a Venomancer supporting, this is going to be very easy for the anti-mage. Anti-mage could just come in, he could kite in and out, and you can see that he's actually scaring away the Doombringer just because he has mana break. Doom's mana is very precious. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have Devour, Scourge, or any good, really OP spells. If he doesn't have enough mana to cast it, it doesn't matter at all. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, we do have a Weaver with the support of Venge, and that is gonna enough to keep the Windrunner black. Windrunner doing a very good job of blocking the next creep wave. Hopefully, she could draw the creep aggro closer and closer to the tower so she gets some EXP. Crystal Maiden being forced to go to mid lane now to kind of handle this is very interesting dueling. I think Venomancer and the Anti-Mage should have a easier time in terms of killing the opposing dueling because they're a lot more offensive. If the Gale ever hits the Crystal Maiden, AM is going to blink in and do a significant amount of damage on that Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden, very frail hero in the early stage of the game. On the bot lane, we are going to have a Prophet jungling here, and then we have a Balnar soloing as well. So Lich versus Balnar. Lich is going to do a very good job in terms of denying a lot of EXP, which is great against a Balnar because Balnar is a very EXP dependent hero. But he also have to stay fairly back because this Furion can come in theory and get off a gank. And between a Void and a Sprout, that should be enough. Or maybe 2 Voids, because Voids have a very short cooldown. 2 Voids and a Sprout should be able to take down Lich very easily. It depends whether the Lich is fast-fingered enough in terms of tangling out the Sprout. Which, by the way, if you're up against a Furion, do consider getting a Quelling Blade. Like, even if you're range hero, even if you're melee hero, it doesn't matter. Quelling Blade, I mean, it's not that bad of an item now since you could sell it. And if you're up against a Furion, you're always up against a Sprout. So By the way, if you want to eat out of Furion's Sprout, eat the corner tree. I'm going to point it out as we see a little bit of Sprout action later on in the game. It looks like we do have the Vengeful Spirit coming around. Crystal Maiden is going to Viz, and that is going to scout out the Venge. And let's say Doombringer might be coming around. The problem with Doom in a dueling or trialing situation like this, well, kind of like a dueling situation like this, is that Doombringer doesn't offer too much killing power. Like, the only thing he's really got is right-clicking in terms of maybe even using Scourge Earth to speed yourself up. But aside from that, I mean, he does do quite a bit of healthy right-click damage, but it's not really comparable to any sort of nuke or anything like that. So that is kind of his problem. That's why we don't see Doom too much in the trialing, and he's not very effective in the trialing in that regard as well. I think LGD done it once or twice in the past in terms of trialing in Doom, but I don't ever remember it being a very dominant trialing to begin with. Looking at top lane here, we do have Windrunner. Just doing okay, level 4 already against a level almost 4 Weaver. I think the Weaver should have the advantage in this lane. It's really hard to say. The Windrunner has better attack animation, has a better nuke to work with as well. But the Weaver is a lot more mobile and kind of could do some easy pot shots. And I don't think there's gonna be many kills to be traded unless, you know, one side gets ganked or another. And it looks like Windrunner doing a fairly good job in terms of harassing the Weaver back, using that power shot to her full advantage. Around the mid lane here, looks like a little bit more engagement. The Scourge Orb is being popped. It's gonna scare the entire Scourge team away, or send Scourge trialing away. Looks like Anti-Mage. Ooh, this is a very good move. He's gonna buy a Ring of Health, I believe. If you eat this Tango, you could acquire the shop here. It looks like he did just that. And solo mid, if you're Storm Spirit soloing mid, you could buy that early Voice Dome using that little trick. So that's a very neat trick done by, who is this, Leaf KK. I should actually introduce the players on both teams, but I think I'll have the I guess opportunity to do so. I don't want to miss out the first plus. I'm going to keep my eyes very glued to the mini-map as we see a Haste Rune probably going to be picked up by the Venomancer, and this Haste Rune is being picked up blind. No one sees. There's a Smoke of the Sea coming in as well, and I believe... Ooh, what is this? Doombringer might be in trouble. Yeah, Doombringer is running the wrong way. Takes a Gale, takes a Magic Missile as well, and then dealing a Blink in, coming for the first blood. If Anti-Mage gets the first blood, it's going to be huge, and he is going to get it very well done by Leaf KK, and that is the Anti-Mage, and that's going to give him a very quick Vanguard if you choose to do so, to get it, and I believe getting the Vanguard is going to be a very good choice. I'm not too sure what exactly his skill build is. I know he has at least a couple level breaks, and at least a single level Blink. And I'm a pretty big fan of ZSMJ's anti-mage build, which is actually maxing spell shield by 7. It might seem very odd to max your most defensive spell first, but the thing is, I mean, you're not gonna use. I mean, you could use anti-mage as a very offensive weapon in the early stage of the game, maybe level 5, level 7. But I mean, he's really a kind of a farmer in a mid game and a late game DPS. So that's what ZSMJ thinks at least, and he just basically maxes survival spells and then just farm for like 80 minutes and win. Hopefully that's not going to be the case this game. Looking back in the top lane here, we do have a level 5.5 Weaver and a level 6 Windrunner. Windrunner getting the better denies as you kind of expected. But look, so we do have Venge coming around. Venge does have a Smoke of the Sea, and that's pretty much it. I don't think she even needs to use it. The Weaver does have enough mana for a Sakuchi and a Swarm. Might not be enough to finish it. Does have 2 charge on the Magic Wand. Looks like actually the Windrunner now senses she's in trouble. There's a Magic Missile coming in. There's no Windrunner yet. Windrunner finally being casted, and there's that wanding up enough mana for one Sakuchi. Sakuchi cooldowns, and here we go. We have the Weaver gonna pick up that kill, I hope. It looks like Weaver is gonna get the kill, and very good play by the Windrunner there, knowing that she's gonna die anyway. Slop off a power shot, so the next time she comes back in the lane, the Weaver might be in killing range if the Weaver doesn't heal. It looks like the salve is going to be passed. So I mean, you know, that's pretty much all you could do in that situation like that. It looks like we do have a Doombringer going for Magic Bottle. Generally, we don't see a Doombringer going Magic Bottle, especially if you have Crystal Maiden giving you aura help. But I think that's mostly due to the fact that Anti-Mage just being absolutely annoying burning that mana. I still don't know exactly what level mana break is. Probably level 1 still, as we see a little bit of a ganking attempt on this Anti-Mage. Doom is not even 6 yet, as we see. Maybe, no, they're going to go for the Doombringer instead. There's a Magic Missile, there's going to be a Venomous Gale, and the right-click power of the Anti-Mage is going to be insane. And he is burning around 40 mana, so I'm guessing that's level 2 break? Level 3? I don't exactly know. But that's enough damage for the Scourge team to pick off the Doombringer. Very good choice. I was thinking maybe picking off the Crystal Maiden because she is the easier kill, but definitely this kind of a trialing sort of at the mid lane have enough killing power to kill basically anything, even if it's a Doombringer using Scourge Earth, and they're doing it very, very splendidly. On bot lane here, we have a level 5 Prophet doing a fairly well job in terms of jungling, and he only has got a GG branch. He does have 1300 gold in the bank. Might be, is he going for Midas or something like that? If he's gonna go for Midas, I think Glove of Haste should be picked up first because the fact that, I mean, it's gonna speed up jungling a little bit. So it makes me think it's not Midas. But if it's not Midas, why isn't he buying anything? Is the question. And it looks like we do have the Night Stalker force being run back. Lich is being a tough cookie to crack at the bot lane as you expected. Lich already almost 7. Meanwhile, we have the Night Stalker what at 5, 5.5, 6. So this Lich is wow, level 7 already. And I think the Sentinel team is sensing to, you know, they're having some trouble because they're up against this team right now with 0 stuns. And the 0 stun team is getting all the kills. It looks like we do have a Night Stalker teleporting in, and they should be able to get a kill, at least force a kill attempt on the Lich. And looks like we have a Furion Sprout coming around for that Sprout as well. And here, no, just playing it very patiently. I think they're going for it. I think Lich senses as well. He's going to turn back. Meanwhile, on the mid lane here, level 5 on the Lucifer. And looks like they might be going for a killing attempt on the Anti-Mage. Gonna start looking him down and getting enough mana for the Doom. Although Doombringer is still a little bit far from level 6. And it's very interesting that he's actually... No, it looks like a little gank attempt on the Lich, and Lich is gonna TP out immediately. And I mean, this is exactly what you should do against a Night Stalker, and there's really nothing a Furion could add to it in terms of killing potential. Looks like on the top lane here, another kill attempt here. Windrun Sakuchi, and that Windrunner is gonna be, excuse me, Sakuchi Swarm, and that's gonna be enough. Actually, Boom Shakalaka, the Venge with that awesome tech is gonna get the KS. I think Weaver might have been able to draw it down, but he was under tower fire, so again, don't need to risk it. And the score right now is 0-4 in favor of the Scourge team. Again, Scourge team without the stuns, but they, excuse me, Scourge team with only 1 stun. They did have the Venge pick, and you know, let's not forget that. But so far, they're making it very, very effective in terms of getting the ganks. And it looks like we do have a push attempt on the bot lane. Not too sure whether to get the tower push down. The Lich is, I mean, very good micro by a Link here. I'll point that out in just a bit as the action dies down. We do have Anti-Mage coming around. Anti-Mage is going to just chase everyone away. The tower is going to be denied by the Lich, which is very, very, very good for the Scourge team. I hope they do get the deny. It looks like there's only 1 Treant alive. So what Link was doing with his Treant micro is he's basically sending 1 Treant up, and then if he runs into the next creep wave, the Scourge creep wave, he'll just pull them away. So in essence, you have a, you know, all your creeps hitting the enemy tower, and your own Treant pulling the entire Scourge wave away. So it's a pretty good pushing technique. And I'm glad that Link's doing it. And now it looks like we have level 6 Doombringer. He does have enough mana for the Doom, and they can get a kill attempt on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage very, very tank right now. Looks like we are going to get a go here. There's a Doombringer being popped up. Half HP already, but that Anti-Mage is very, very tanky though. It looks like we do have a Magic Missile TP in from the Venge, and that looks like that Crystal Maiden is going to be dead. Anti-Mage staying back. I think if he ran in, he might have got a kill on the CM, but you really don't need to risk it. As we see a killing spree on that Venge. Venge has been in every single... He's 3-2. Look at this Venge being so effective. There's only 5 kills on the Scourge team, and he's in every single one of them. Of course, he does have 3 kills, and that's probably not what you want. You probably want to have 5 assists instead, but I mean, this is a very effective Venge. Anywhere she goes, she's getting the kills. Sentry Wards being picked up, Smoke of the Seat being picked up, and a Boots of Speed. I mean, that's the spoils of the ganking war for that Vengeful Spirit. We want to look in the top lane here, 8, almost 9 Weaver, and because of those 2 ganks, this Windrunner has to turn back, falling behind in terms of EXP as well. Doombringer also falling behind in EXP compared to the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage a good level ahead of him. So everything is going perfectly for the Scourge team, and I don't know what I was saying earlier. I was saying, oh, you know what? If Sentinel, if Scourge team don't pick up more stuns, they're gonna have a tough time in terms of early stage of the game. But I guess not. I guess they're like, you know, stuns overrated. All we need is 1 stun on the Venge, and that should be okay. And the lanes is actually working out very, very well. It looks like we do have a kill attempt coming from the Crystal Maiden. There is a Sentry Ward being picked up. Sentry Ward is a little bit better than Dust, especially against Weaver, especially if we time-lapse a Dust buff. But I don't think they do have enough to kill this Weaver. It really depends what Crystal Maiden's got. Crystal Maiden's got 3 levels of aura, so that's gonna be 1 bite and 1 nova. That's not gonna be enough stun duration, enough nuking power to bring down that Weaver. So I think this is a kind of a waste of time coming up here. Of course, the Windrunner can get off a pretty good shackle shot. But between that Hood on that Weaver is going to be absolutely fine. Between the Hood and Sakuchi, excuse me. Meanwhile, again, this Prophet is still jungling. It looks like he has gone Midas, and it looks like Midas Stagnant is going to be his build. And it's going to be a little bit more of a mid to late game build. He is going to just spend most of game farming. And he can push. Like, he can just TP top and assist in the gank. Oh, if Crystal Maiden drops a Sentry Ward, and then there's a very timely Sprout against that Weaver, then they could definitely get a kill against a Weaver. And it looks like we do have a Venge and a Venom Venomancer coming in. Venomancer is 6, and that's a huge thing. We do have a pretty much a roaming. I mean, Venomancer didn't spend too much time, but he's still level 6 already. And it looks like we do have a Boots of Speed coming in, and it looks like Crystal Maiden might be in trouble. I don't know why there was no Magic Missile. There's finally a Magic Missile, and here's a Venomous Scale already as well. And it looks like there's going to be a kill going to Alex, which is, I believe, the Weaver. We're going to force to run out there. Swap, not maybe outside a little bit of swap range, probably outside swap range. Meanwhile, mid lane here, double damage. Doombringer forced to run away against the Anti-Mage. Again, Anti-Mage not really caring about how much damage he's sustaining, and doesn't really care how much damage he's dealing to the Doombringer. All he really care about is keeping the Doom's mana down. He's doing it fairly sufficiently. Even though there's a level 3 Brilliance Aura for the Doom, you can see Doom is just hovering lower than 200 mana. And again, you should keep him that way. Don't allow him to get that Doom off, which is a strong ganking too, especially against the Scourge squad. Weaver doing, again, very good job. Great Shackle Shot against the Weaver, though. Just a little bit unfortunate for him because he's outside tower range. Looks like we have a kill attempt on that Jumper, and Jumper gets Blink. One more hit, and he will get that hit off. Very, very strong play by this Anti-Mage. Looks like kill going on here and there. Kev gets a kill against Balsam, which I believe is the Night Stalker, I want to say. Yes, that is Night Stalkers. And solo kill against the Night Stalker. Very well played. I think Furion was trying to help, but unfortunately didn't get too much of anything done. Furion's still just jungling it up. I'm a little bit disappointed that Furion hasn't really attempted to get any gang stuff for his team, but so far the Sentinel team is just like, you know what, I'm going to stay back and level up. Again, that's kind of their strat is. It's not working out too well because Furion is a very tough ganker, especially if you combine it with the Shackle Shot. If you Sprout and then, you know, I think level 1 Sprout is like 2, maybe even 3 seconds of stun. Maybe not 3, but you know, a very long stun duration for a level 1 spell. And then if you combine it with the Shackle Shot, which gets you an entire forest on the Sprouted unit, you get a lot of stun time. And that is a very strong ganking combination. I think if these Furion picked up Dust before this Weaver turned 6, they could have definitely get a kill on the Weaver. But I'm a little bit disappointed that NE has not tried that. Again, Anti-Mage still farming up absolutely brilliantly. I can't exactly check what his farm is, but if you look at his item, he's got a Vanguard, he's got Agility Tread, and then we have a little bit of ganking time on this Venge. They might be pushing as well. We do have 3 or 4 coming in. They are going to sense a push. The Scourge is going to sense a push. They can't have the Anti-Mage to TP in. Let me check what Anti-Mage's got as we get a kill on the Weaver, I think. Yeah, my bad for missing that action. But it looks like the Anti-Mage does have 800 gold in the bank, and it looks like he's going to get this tower as well. Glyph is being forced to get popped, and let's see who's going to last the tower. I hope Anti-Mage does, and that's going to... No, it looks like Unique Alex, the Venomancer, picks it up, and we have a pushing attempt, a killing attempt on this Lich. Lich is level 10, though, and here's a Doom on that Lich. Lich might be in trouble. Here comes Balsam as well. Let's see if Venge is going to get the deny. No, it's going to just not force the deny. They're going to try to focus on Doom. Doom is healing a lot, and looks like, wow, a swap on the Doombringer as well. Doombringer very, very low, and looks like we do finally get a kill on Kev. That is the Lich, probably due to Balsam running in with the Void. But no, it looks like Doombringer is coming in as well, going for the Venge. Very good play from the Sentinel team so far, just coming in here and getting the kills. Venomous Gale, wow, was he spiking? That must have been a spike. Wow, that was a horrible miss from Venomancer. But Balsam and the Doombringer running in and out, using their tanking potential, using their high mobility, high MS, running in and out of that skirmish, getting kills here or there. And that's really how you need to play against this Scourge squad, which again lacks the stuns. Having high mobility heroes, having high MS heroes against a very sunless team. They do have the Venge again, but yeah, they could. We're gonna see more of this as this team, as this game continues. This Night Stalker and this Doombringer is going to be very, very effective and very, very potent against the Scourge team. Women are still not having her day. Got the face boots, got the Ring of Health. I think she might be going for the pipe, going for the hood. But if you look at what Weaver's got, Weaver's really leading the farm. Probably got 1,000 or 2 gold in the bank. Yeah, 1,000 gold on the Weaver. Gonna skip the Boots of Speed entirely and go for a straight relic. Not too sure that might be the best choice against oh my god, a kill going out somewhere. I'm missing kills here and there, and that is Night Stalker. And yeah, one thing I want to point out is that you see that he just Midas a big centaur, and a lot of people will be like, well, why don't you Midas the small creeps? Because with the new Midas change, it doesn't matter what creep you Midas, they will all give you 190 gold. So in theory, you could just Midas the smaller creep as we see maybe a little kill attempt on. Oh, it looks like there's a Doom on that Weaver, and this Weaver is absolutely dead. We're gonna have there's an ult from Furion as well, and that's yeah. There you go. Doombringer finally picks up a kill there. But going back to the creep, yeah, the reason that he didn't Midas the smaller creep, even though both creeps would have gave the exact same bounty, is that Midas does give you quite a bit of XP. It gives you, I think, a 1.5 multiplier on the XP. So if you Midas a big creep, you get a whole bunch of XP on the Prophet. And Prophet, I mean, he's been jungling the whole time. He's not really ganking. He's not really doing too much of anything. So EXP is fairly important to him, especially if you're playing this kind of Furion. You know, getting higher levels of Sprout, higher levels of Teleport, and higher levels of Force of Nature is just very, very helpful for your entire team. So I see the reason of actually, you know, Midasing the big creep. As we see Venge being very aggressive, trying to scare the enemy team back here. We do have 4 heroes for the Scourge to come in. I think they should be able to take this tower. It is daytime. Night Stalker is not going to be too much effective. He doesn't even have Vanguard finished yet. Crystal Maiden is level 6. So that is, again, 3 no. Is that level 2 or Nova? I believe that's level 2 Aura. I don't think she has pick up her. Oh yes, we see a kill attempt on Night Stalker, but this Venge might be going down first. Venge is going to go down. Can they get the Night Stalker though? Yeah, it looks like Chain Frost is going to be used as well. Anti-Mage is going to be chasing very aggressively, trying to get Link. Link is going to TB out. No! Link's TB gets cancelled by Mana Void. Very well done, as we see Link not being too happy about that. Kev gets a double kill, probably not what the Scourge wanted. Probably want the Anti-Mage to get that double kill, but it looks like we could have Scourge going to the high ground. Me on the top lane here, Weaver doing a little bit of a kind of hit and run against the Windrunner. Windrunner with Mecha finish. Wow, I'm not sure how Windrunner being really pressed down got a Mecha out of nowhere. And looks like we're gonna have a very early Rax attempt for the Scourge team. I thought they're gonna come up for the high ground, maybe just take down the tower and turn back. But from the looks of it, they do have enough mana, enough you know, staying power, especially with these wards, to actually take off the top tower. And looks like this Crystal Maiden's gonna go down for 2 hits against the Anti-Mage. There's a Stomping Creep being picked up by the Doombringer. Not surprising that he's got a Stomping Creep, but more importantly, the fact that now we know that the that the Doombringer's got a level 4 Devour, going for a very farm heavy Doom instead of a gank heavy Doom. Again, all of these guys just want to farm. Furion wants to farm, Doombringer wants to farm. I mean, Night Stalker is really, he's going for the ganks, but really not venturing across the river as a Night Stalker. That's very odd. So the entire Sentinel team just want to farm against the Anti-Mage, against the Weaver. I'm not too sure whether that's the best of choices. We see Venomancer, so he's going to run into the Night Stalker. He's going to be okay because he's going to have a support of the Anti-Mage here. Yeah, the Night Stalkers just have to turn back. Again, Venomous Gale missing horribly. That's the second one. I just hope he's spiking or lagging or something, but yeah, very bad misses as we see Lich Illusions chilling. Maxing, relaxing, shooting some B-balls in the neighborhood. Looks like ooh, what is this? I thought he was saving up for a relic, but no, he's picked up a Vitality booster. I hope he doesn't complete the Vanguard. I mean, really, if you lasted all this time without needing another extra ring of health, you should be fine. Here Defiance gives you so much regen anyways. The damage block is not going to be effective really against the Sentinel squad. And really, you just want the Vanguard for the Vitality booster anyways, right? Which you got it here. So I hope this Weaver is just going to go straight Relic now. And then hold on that Vitality booster for more of a mid-game heart. We are going to have a little bit of pushing attempt. Looks like Bowsum and the Doombringer are going to run in. Crystal Maiden jumps around, and they do Doom the Lich before he pops off his huge ult, and that's going to be very, very good as we see Venge going to run out. So Venge is going to go down to another void. Strong ganks coming in from the Sentinel team, and they are going to get a tower in their favor. It looks like Anti-Mage is forced to blink out, not going to just 1v5. At least not right now, right? He probably can 1v5 in the later stage of the game. Mid tower goes down for free for the Sentinel. And you can see that right now, again, high mobility hero, like the Windrunner, Windrun, Night Stalker, high mobility, and the Scourge Hero. It looks like they're going to just go straight for Roshan. Do they have a Medallion Courage is the question. They don't, but they have high DPS. Furion is actually hurting pretty bad with that Dagon and the fact of Hand of Midas. The Scourge team knows there's a Roshan attempt going on, but there's nothing too much they could do because all the Scourge players, not all of them are alive right now. Venomancer's gonna come in. Venomancer might be in trouble. He's taking so much. He drops his ult against the entire team, but there's really no one to capitalize on that. So I think that might have been just a fed. No, we have a swarm coming in. We have the Anti-Mage blinking in. Looks like Anti-Mage jacks the Aegis. Huge play. He does have the Midas, the Manta. He pops the Manta, gets stunned though. Can he chase? So he's got high level of blink. He's gonna get 1 kill, and looks like he might go for a second kill. He is silenced for now, but the silence it is nighttime, so it's gonna last for a fairly long time. He's gonna just chase on foot, and can he find find anyone. He is gonna find a Doom. Doom does have the phase speed, and it's gonna run out. I think, but there's that silence going off cooldown. There's gonna be a blink. Is he gonna chase? No, he's not gonna chase. He's gonna just go back and hit some creeps. So no, he's now gonna chase, and looks like we have a Doombringer gonna TP out. So that was a huge, what a gamble by Anti-Mage. Well, I mean, he definitely knew that he had enough surviving power, so he wasn't really worried about anything. But blinking in blind, I think they were blind, or maybe Venomancer dropped in Ward for sight. But that was just like good timing by the Anti-Mage to blink in, steal the Aegis there. So first denying the Aegis, which was rightfully Sentinels in my opinion. But denied it, got a kill here and there, and that was very, very well done. Good trade. I was actually doubting Venomancer's play there, but no, really well done by the Scourge team. The scores 8-13. Sentinel catching up here and there with their strong dual ganks of the Doombringer and the Night Stalker. And they should be okay in the mid game, but I'm just really, really worried about the late game potential of that Weaver and the Anti-Mage. Weaver sitting at 2.2k right now. And looks like he is not going to finish the Vanguard or go for treads. Going to go straight for that Relic. And earlier I was saying, you know what, maybe not the best choice against a dual silence. But now, seeing this Vitality booster, I believe this is the correct way to go. Get a little bit of more security with that extra HP, survive against that Doom, survive against that Night Stalker silence, and then after that, just go straight Relic. No, what? You got 2k go. I don't know why you pick up the boots. Like, if you get Doom, if you get silence, you're not gonna run away with the boots of speed. Like, that's not gonna give you enough. I think this was a bad 500 gold investment. It delays your Relic more than you need to. Not too sure. Looks like we have a continuous amount of farming on this Prophet. This is going to shape out to be a very farm heavy game as we see even more killing time. Again, these two guys are just like butt buddies. They stick to, now all these guys are butt buddy. Man, they're doing some heavy ganks. Are they going to have Furion as a hard carry? It seems like this, because Furion is not even assisting in the ganks. Furion is one of those heroes that you would see in any normal situation to teleport in, get a Sprout, and get the kills. That's what a support Furion would be doing, but no, he's not doing any of that. He's not teleporting in despite having the Dagon. It would have been a very easy kill, but no, he's going to just farm. So I guess the Sentinel team is putting all their farming baskets on a Furion, especially when they have Doom and Night Stalker. I mean, both Doom and Night Stalker are not the best late game carries, but they're very strong mid game carries. Furion is going to contend for that farm, so we'll have to see whether that's the best choice. FCC Anti-Mage even popping that Manta, going for the mid tower. I mean, he is dealing a ridiculous amount of damage. Keep in mind that melee illusions will do the mana burns. Well, here comes Night Stalker. He's invis. I think if he got a silence on the Anti-Mage, might got maybe able to get a kill or at least force Aegis. But again, another high ground attempt by the Scourge team. Here comes Night Stalker. Who is going to silence Lich? Is going to be a huge choice. If he could silence Lich and get a kill on him before he casts anything, that's going to be absolutely huge. Here comes the Doombringer. Can he get a Doom off? Looks like there's going to be a little dancing around here. You know, top tower is being taken down by Sentinel. Night Stalker's invis should be running out soon. There's a silent, no, there's just a void on the Venomancer. It looks like he's going to just lead the charge in, and he can do that because of his Vanguard and a cloak, and he's going to turn the Knight. He's just losing so much armor. There's a Shackle Shot on a creep, trying to get at that Venomancer. Venomancer is going to go down, but he did pop his ult, so that's kind of good enough. There's a Dust being popped. Anti-Mage hanging around. He can go in, and there's a huge Chain Frost bouncing between 4 here, but unfortunately, good dodge by the Doombringer. It looks like there's a Doom on who, I don't even know who the Doom on is, but it looks like Anti-Mage is Sprout between 4 trees, and look, Weaver is going to go down. Well played. I think the Doom was on him. Man, this team fight is just too crazy to catch, and it looks like they don't have the support of that Ventress defending that lane on the top, and they actually missed out on the stuns, was not able to keep anyone in place. Anti-Mage was not able to chase down the Windrunner, so not exactly the best fight against for the Scourge team, but that's they couldn't do anything about it because the Night Stalker was running at them. The Night Stalker was going to outspeed them, so really they had to take that fight. It's not like, you know, they decided to take that fight 4v5, but they had to take it. So really well done on Sentinel, capitalizing on every opportunity you have to catch back up, because they are playing catch up right now. Still down by 1 kill, and again, Sentinel's down by so much farm against this Anti-Mage. Critically, they did kill the Weaver though, so that is going to stop his Relic. Checking on the Weaver, go 1800 gold. Still quite a bit of ways from that Relic, but once that Weaver finishes a Relic and once Anti-Mage picks up another tier 4 item, the Scourge team could make a huge push, maybe on the spot lane, which tower is very, very low already. In terms of what item the Anti-Mage is going to go next, I'm guessing maybe MKB for a little bit of a mini mashing, keeping everyone in place. Very good against the Windrunner. Although getting, I don't know. SMY wouldn't S1 would be pretty bad now because survivability is not too much of an issue. I guess a straight butterfly would be okay, I suppose. Although butterfly doesn't help you do too much in terms of surviving, because Sentinel team so far right now at least very magical based in terms of damage. Doombringers, Doom, Voids, Dagon, Power Shots, very magical based. So getting the evasion bonus from butterfly doesn't help too much. And butterfly is one of those items that once you complete it is one of the best items in the game, but if you don't complete it, the components are pretty bad. So I'm not too sure whether he's gonna do that. Let me check out Anti-Mage Gold though. Does have 2,500 gold in the bank. It's still hard to say because both the MKB and the butterfly, big prize items take a long time to build. What the hell is he do? Jerking in the jungle, tentacle hentai time. Meanwhile, look in the mid lane here, we do have a cloak being picked up by the Lich. Lich, what he needs to do right now is HP up. But if he ever gets Doom, right, it's done. Like, if you get Doom or Silence, the stun duration or the silence duration is so long that the team fight should be over. Either you die or the team fight's over before you can catch a Chain Frost if you get Silence. So Lich has to depend on his positioning to get that Chain Frost down. Same thing with the Weaver. If he gets Silence or Doom, he's just a big ass ant that does 80 damage. That's it. So he can't really get Silence either. It really depends. Venomancer should be leading the charge. He does have a Hood of the Signs being picked up. No boots, man. This game is probably one of the fewest boot spot. Fearon doesn't have a boot. Venomancer doesn't have a boot. I thought Weaver wasn't going to go for a boot until he did. I still think that's the wrong choice. So very little boots, which is just very interesting to say the least. Doombringer is gonna go for a very tank heavy build. Faced with Vanguard is gonna go for Shiva. Shiva a great choice against Anti-Mage. Not only will you be able to tell which one is real, being that with the Frost Slow, that minus attack aura is gonna be good against both the Weaver and Anti-Mage. I mean, Anti-Mage really has a high base attack speed, but every little bit helps against such a high DPS hero. And I still don't know what he's getting, but no big deal. But great choice by the Doombringer. He's not going to get a Radiance anytime soon. And even if he does get a Radiance, the Doombringer is not tank enough to really sustain, to make the Radiance burn damage worth it. So I like the Shiva's choice because it's going to help the entire team a lot in the next team fight. Looks like we're going to have Sentinel trying to push top and top tower. Top tower is at full HP because we was never really be able to push this. And looks like, but no, we do have. Are we going to have Scourge Team? Scourge Team is going to get flanked upon by from the right side. Windrunner. Oh, great Shackle Shot up the hill, and we're going to have Silence and a Doom. No, Lich is gonna run back. Night Stalker not able, but great Sprout getting all the illusions of the Anti-Mage, and Nova dropping for a little bit more damage, and now Night Stalker just gonna run in. He doesn't even care the fact that he's losing armor, but now Anti-Mage is chasing the entire team away. There's a Stomp. They should have another Silence on the Weaver. They need to cast a Silence on the Weaver. No, they cast it on the Anti-Mage. The entire Sentinel Scourge team trying to chase, but again, not enough stuns. Like, the Sentinel team is dancing. They're literally dancing around the Scourge because they don't have any stuns to work with. Anti-Mage blinks in, TP's in. There's a Swarm, and here's Weaver coming in. That Swarm only gets a Crystal Maiden. Are they going to keep chasing? They are going to keep chasing. Not too sure whether that's the best choice. All they really need to do, no, they are going to go for the Doom taking so much damage. There's a Venomous Gale, then a Swap, and a Chain Frost. Oh my god, all their ults being used on the Doom. They really hate Calc there. I was saying earlier, all they really had to do. Oh, great power shot for that snipe. Venge being a little bit more. Boom Shakalaka is all. He's all about Boom Shakalaka on the Sentinel, chasing deep. And looks like we have. Where's the Shackle Shot? Yes, Shackle. No, how did he miss the entire forest of trees? And actually, when Anti-Mage is going to use his Aegis, he knows that his Aegis is going to go down anyways, so might as well get a little bit more damage in. You got to be careful of a Shackle Shot as he spawns. You got to blink. Oh, no. Good timing on the power shot, though. Anyways, as I was interrupted again, what I thought the Scourge team should have done was just scare the Sentinel back and then just go for a free tower and then turn back. That would have been the safest play for them to do. They traded kills here and there. That's not too much of a big deal, especially if Anti-Mage got the EXP. And it looks like they're going to just persist for this tower. And you could see the mid-game dominance of the Anti-Mage. He just blinks in and tank. Blinks in and tank, and that sounds very weird on an agility melee hero such as Anti-Mage, but he can do a great Shackle Shot once again, trying to get an Anti-Mage. Can they get a tower denied? Tower is not denied. Oh, no one gets the last hit. Finally, a KK destroyed the tower, and there's a Doombringer on the Anti-Mage. He doesn't, a Doom on the Anti-Mage, so the Venomancer is going to turn around. He knows he's going to die. No one focusing on him. Crystal Maiden gets a kill. They're going to try to kill. Wow, another good Shackle Shot on the Anti-Mage. He should be fine, I hope. I think he's fine. He's going to blink. Oh, wow. He actually, well, he gets silence though, and there's another slow. He's trying to TP out, not gonna make it out alive. So very good chasing power. That stomp was dodged by a Manta. I'm not too sure whether that was, you know, just coincidental timing. I think it was, but I think that might have been the bad place, because Bowsen was literally waiting for that Manta. Once he saw that Manta being popped, he would have just silenced immediately. If the Manta wasn't popped, then he wasn't gonna silence, because the Manta will dispel the fear. So I think the anti-mage player made a mistake there. Made a mistake there. So not too much of a big deal here. The score is 16 to 14. Actually, Sentinel coming back. I was a little bit surprised, because you could see in these last couple, 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago, Scourge being extremely aggressive. They, just running past towers, taking towers here and there. They did take off 2 towers. But Sentinel is getting the kills, and I guess that's what it counts, especially if this game is going to be a little bit more drawn out. Again, Sentinel going for the late game farm. They max Devour quite early. They again have a Furion just AFK rising all game long. Wow, look at his item. I haven't checked his item for a bit. Has a low Dark's Edge, has an Ultimate Orb. This is very Asuna-esque build, and everyone attributes it to Asuna for I guess the first Furion player to get that I guess coin that build. Not too sure what it's him. I think I saw Milk did it a long time ago, but it doesn't really matter who did the build. It just matters whether the build is effective or not. That's how I want to look at it. And so far in this game, I can't say it's really effective. He's farming, but he hasn't made his presence in the game. He does have 7 assists, so that is pretty good. But if you compare it to the rest of his team, who all at the very least have 7 assists, and I'm sure a lot of these assists came from his ult. So I feel like if you're gonna go for a very farming-oriented Furion, I don't think a Dagon is necessary. Dagon's a very strong ganking tool. Same with a low Dark's Edge. So I don't know, if you're farming for a farming Furion, I think you should win Midas into Hex, Midas into Manta, something that's more late game oriented, not like Dagon, not like low Dark's Edge, which is gonna be good for the next 20 to 25 minutes. But anything longer than that is not gonna be good. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden is level 11. They, of course, got the Brilliance Aura max. I'm not too sure got the Nova max. It might be a little bit better getting that bite. One of the few times that you do want to level up the bite instead of the aura, because you're up against a Weaver. Weaver, Saguchi. Bite is an entangling base spell, so you're gonna keep the you're gonna reveal you're gonna reveal the Weaver if he tries to go into Saguchi under the level of bite, effective bite. That was really hard to say. Yeah, eventually got the Ancient Jungle finish. Lich going for HP as suggested. Just want to tank as much as possible. But again, if you get Doom, if you get Silence, you are done. It really depends on whether this anti-mage could chase the entire Sentinel team away and make these guys survive the Silence timer. If they could survive the Silence timer, they should have a very easy time in terms of winning the team fight. Looks like we do have anti-mage going for the MKB, although it's not exactly for sure. Critical strike won't. I mean, crit is not a bad item on the anti-mage, especially all these illusions will be able to crit as well. It's just that a lot of times if you're going for crit, you get the Crystallis first. It gives you a little bit more plus damage for the gold. That's not bad. So I think he's going to go for MKB, which again, like I said earlier, is going to be good against the Windrunner and just good against mini stuns. Mini stuns just going to be effective against the Doomburn. Doomburn now might be saving up for a Radiance, or he's going to go for straight AC. AC is a good choice as well, although I don't think he needs that much armor. He's fairly tank already, but although against the anti-mage, you could never have enough, right? Furion's farm, I mean, this is so annoying having to check through like this. Furion's got 3,500. He's gonna go for that, finish that Hex, and he is gonna get it fairly soon. Crystal Maiden's farming it up in the jungle as well. Anti-mage, Weaver's got the relic. Weaver's gonna have Radiance soon. Let me check his gold. Nope. Did he pick it up just on the crow right now? He's only got 7. No, I guess he didn't. The thing with the Radiance finish right now, it's not gonna hurt the Scourge team that much. Looks like we have the Avenge coming on. There's a swap on the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden didn't even know what hit her, and I think the Scourge team can transition into a Roche, and I think they're gonna do just that. Yeah, they are gonna do just that. But no, we have teleportation coming in the form of that Furion. Furion, again, minusing the big creep, but notice how high level he is already. He's not getting too many kills, but he's one of the highest level players in the game. and that is a big deal due to minusing those big creeps. And looks like the second incarnation of Roche is gonna go to the Scourge team once again, and the egg is being picked up by the anti-mage. And look at the total damage. Look at the insane. Oh, never mind. There's a double damage, but he's basically doing that much damage. In between that Venge aura, the fact that the mana break gives you plus 64 mana break damage, but it doesn't give you plus 64 damage. How it works is you do the mana break, and then the mana break is it gets magically reduced by magical resistance. So you're ending up doing like 40 or 42 plus extra damage. But never mind that, as we see a big push coming in. I still don't like the fact that Elite KK is just using his Mantas like that. He didn't really need to use the Manta. I think he should save the Manta in case the fear goes on him, in case he needs to blink out. But it didn't really matter that much, because especially it's a melee Manta style, cools down fairly quickly. I think it's like 30 seconds or 35 seconds, so it wouldn't be that bad. It looks like the anti-mage, especially if he has Aegis, so I guess he's not really afraid of anything. They are going to just come up the high ground, like I said earlier. Once they do have another tier 4 item finish, and then once they have the Radiance finish, they're going to go straight in the mid lane. They are going to try to focus on Doom, but Doom's so freaking tanks whole bunch of spells. The anti-mage is going to right click, like, no, he gets Hex though. He still has the Aegis. He's tanking up like crazy, and there's a Manta once again being popped, and he's going to go for the tower. He's going to go for creeps. Man, he's tanking so much. Just a great shadow shot on 2 heroes. Absolutely huge. They're going to focus on the Weaver. Oh no, the Doombringer goes down. Doombringer buys back immediately. Anti-mage very, very low. He dies. He does still have the Aegis. Can they pick up this tower? Tower already at half HP. Anti-mage going to do so much damage, but the stuns, the endless amount of stuns going on Anti-mage. Now he's going to get chained. There's a silence, and he's going to go down. 2 lives down on the Anti-mage, and this team is not going to run from Doombringer, not going to run from Night Stalker, and the chasing begins. Night Stalker is going to get 1 kill. Lich is going to go down as well. The entire Scourge team being completely forced back once their anti-mage dies. Anti-mage again overextending his survivability, maybe popping the Manta once again a little bit too early. He needs to reserve that Manta for his survival purpose. And now because we have a Furion, he could TP up top and maybe even go for that one Rax. Man, that one team fight changed the entire game. Nordic Esport was down. I think they were down before that team fight happened, but now they are completely coming back. Gonna go for that top Rax, and I think he's definitely gonna get it. Anti-mage still... No, anti-mage just... Did he buy back? I think he did. I wasn't paying attention. But there's going to be a team fight breaking out here, and I think the Sentinel team sees that and is going to turn back. Again, they are going to go for the late game. They're going to just farm it up. And I was a little bit afraid for them, the fact that they're farming against the anti-mage and a Weaver, but it seems like it's going to be okay. Going back to what I said previously about the Weaver, such a late Radiance is not going to be too effective, because even the Crystal Maiden, let's look at how much HP, even the Crystal Maiden's got 1k HP, but if you look at what Furion's got 1400, Night Stalker is up at almost 2k, the Windrunner is at 1600, but a lot of HP regen, and the Doombringer is at 2k as well. So even if you get the Radiance, which does measly like 40 damage per second, that's not gonna be anything at all. So yeah, Radiance is still a good item, but it's a big thing of when you pick it up and what item your enemy team has. So we're gonna have a smoke attempt on the Scourge team. I think Nordic Explorer is too good for that. I don't foresee any of them being a little bit out of position. They should know that everyone's gonna be missing. And I do hate the fact that if there's no observer, you don't see him on the mini map. Looks like Bowser might be in trouble. He's going to just go into the jungle and TP out. He should be fine. Scourge team not going to find anyone. And again, if you're doing smoke ganks like these, you're wasting a huge opportunity. You're wasting a lot of time trying to find someone. And this time could be given to Anti-Mage, could be given to Weaver farming. Especially if you're farming against a Furion and an Anti-Mage, who both could just escape skank very easily. And not Furion and Anti-Mage, Furion Doom, which escapes ganks very, very easily. Smoke ganks is, not that effective. And it looks like one smoke down, and it's not that 100 gold investment, but it's the 30 or 40 seconds or so time investment that Anti-Mage was not farming. So, and no use crying over spilled milk, as the English phrase goes. As we see Doombringer continue to farm up top, and drawing the entire Scourge team top, and they're trying to get the Doom. I don't think they can. Yeah, Nordic Esports just have 2. Oh, he's gonna get... No, I was gonna say he's gonna get mana bricked, or at least ulted, but no, he wasn't. So good map awareness by Nordic Esports guys, just dodging. They're just making fun. It seems like they're making fun of the Scourge teams. Like, you know what? Hey, you are ganking one of my guys at bot. I'm gonna TP out, and then I'm gonna have one of my guys farming at top. You're gonna gank him, and then my Furion farming bot. Like, we're gonna just make you run all over the map. We're gonna continue to get farm time, whereas you spend your time running around. So for the past minute and a half, maybe two and a half minutes, Scourge team has done nothing but waste time and waste farming opportunity on their carries, and I don't think that's good. And look at the level difference, right? We have a level 13 Crystal Maiden, but a level 13 Venge, level 13 Venomancer. These guys are fairly well leveled, but compared to the level on the Sentinel, I think Sentinel is starting to catch up in terms of level because again they have more farm time. They have Furion in the jungle as well, so that's another free farm, free lanes of EXP for one of his team. It looks like Sentinel is feeling strong enough to push down the mid, and I'm not too sure what the Scourge team could do. Anti-Mage is going to pack a punch, but as you saw in that last team fight, he needs BKB. He just literally revived with the Aegis and died. Like, he didn't even get more than a couple of hits off because he just got chain stun to death. And does Anti-Mage have that BKB? Let me check his gold. He's got 2300, 2400. I think Sentinel should sense the fact that they are stronger right now, especially how that last team fight went. They could just maybe go for this tower and get a little bit more map control, because without the BKB, Anti-Mage is not going to be too big of a deal. Again, it comes down to the Anti-Mage player holding that Mantis out, because Mantis out is a survival item for the Anti-Mage, especially against Fear. And I'm again very disappointed that he's just popping it right in the beginning of the team fight. Yeah, it's gonna give you a lot more extra DPS, but a huge part of Mantis is also a survival component. So just want to point that out. We do have Balsam and the Crystal Maiden hanging out. They just choose smoke of the sea. Maybe they're doing a little bit of smoke gank, but both teams trying to scout everyone out. There's an invest. Oh, they're gonna swap on the Windrunner, and can they kill the Windrunner? Chain Frost being used on him as well, and they are gonna kill the Windrunner, and Furion just gets out alive, and that means a Roche. Is Roche spawning to? No, Roche is not spawning. They could go for the bot racks. Bot tower very, very low. Mid tower is also low. Scourge has many choice of what lanes they could go to. And looks like they're going to do mid. Mid has a shorter distance, so not a bad choice at all. Anti-Mage is going to lead the charge. Doesn't have the Aegis this time, but they should have swap on cooldown. I want to say swap is already cooldown. Yeah, I think so. I can't tell. I don't know whether... But man, I hate not having observers in game. Some of the best games in Dota history did not have observers in a game, and it made commentating them a lot harder. But never mind that. Here again, yo man, your Manta charges are precious. Precious they are, and they are gonna get the top tower, mid tower, excuse me, and gonna go for the Rax. Rax is already glyphed, and now this Anti-Mage, there's a silence. Swap goes on. Fearon goes down immediately. There's a dust, good dust by the Venge as well, and that Venomancer ult is not gonna do too much in terms of getting everyone back, but this Anti-Mage is gonna just tank the whole team and just go for the Rax. So he tanks the Doom as well, and Doombringer trying to do whatever he can to scare the entire Scourge team away. There's a buyback from the Fearon. There's a lot of nuke damage from the Magina. Magina is gonna finally Manta, and he's gonna go for the kill. He turns around and go for the kill. Buyback from the Doombringer, but they already lost the Rax. I think Manta, wow, Shaco shot gets 2 here once again, and I think Scourge is making a huge blunder. As I was saying earlier, they got the Rax, should have just got out as soon as possible. There's no reason to stay around and trade kills. Even if you get, even if you're trading, you're still trading kills. There's no reason for that. And this Venomancer is going to go down as well. So I think once they got the Rax, the Scourge team should have just blinked out immediately. Again, a little bit of a misplay, in my opinion, for TS. The Anti-Mage just survive, but they are going to lose the Venomancer. Anti-Mage just survived. But there was a shotgun. Man, I'm just getting so confused. These team fights are absolutely hectic. Scourge is still bowling over Sentinel right now. Although I think they could have done it a lot cleaner. It's really hard to say. I feel like I'm guessing who is stronger wrong. I always ask myself, hey, right now, if I have to make a guess, who is stronger? And every time I guess, like, oh, Sentinel is stronger, Scourge wins the team fight. Oh, Scourge is stronger, Sentinel wins the team fight. It comes down to positioning, in my opinion. It comes back to, you know, luck in that sense of Venge finding an Invis rune and then turning that 4v5. Scourge team sort of won that team fight. And, oh, was that a Void? Yeah, that was a Void canceling. Now, I can't say Sentinel won that team fight because they bought back, Furion bought back, Doom bought back. So that was a huge delay in terms of their next items, and they still lost the Rax. So 2 buyback and still lost the Rax. They might have killed, you know, hero here and there, but I gotta say Scourge definitely won that team fight. But I thought Sentinel was stronger. That's the thing. I thought Sentinel was stronger because that Magina didn't have BKB, and didn't have Nagus. I thought, you know, Magina would have just died so very easily, but maybe because they lost a Windrunner, wasn't able to do too much. And here we go, Sentinel's gonna try to answer back with a push on the top. Can they do it is the question. They don't have the Windrunner. Windrunner doesn't have BLT. She's trying to run up there as soon as possible. Is the team gonna wait for her? I don't think they need to wait for her, or I don't think they should wait for her. They should be able to maybe get a couple of pot shots on that tower and then wait for the Windrunner to get the real engagement. They gotta be careful of the swap though. If let's say maybe the Crystal Maiden or the Fearon gets swapped, and that's pretty much it. Doombringer runs in. He is going to go for the AC, which I suppose you want to just be as tank as possible. Bowser might be in trouble. Tower does go down, though. It looks like they're going to just trade Raxes. Not really like a base rate trade Rax, as we see the Weaver going to go down. Does he have buyback, though? Does he have buyback? Chain Frost doing a whole bunch of damage. Wow, Chain Frost bouncing absolutely crazy. Windrunner gets a kill, but very, very low. Looks like there's a Dust being pop as well. Venomancer is going to go down in 2 hits. He does kill off Windrunner as well. There's a buyback from the Weaver. Weaver comes back in, trying to focus out on the Night Stalker. Not too sure where he can. Looks like Crystal Maiden is going to go down a little bit poison damage. Trying to put TP out. Is going to get a TP out. No, not going to get the TP out. Dies with Radiance damage. And it looks like that push is going to be done. They're going to keep chasing the Night Stalker. They do have a sight on him because of that bug. Bug is going to be running out very, very quickly. Anti-Mage blinks in for the chase. What a blink! What a blink from Anti-Mage. And that is one chase down. Weaver still trying to chase down, but this Night Stalker just runs so fast. Has so much regen. So by the time the Weaver catch up, it's going to be okay. Actually, Bowser turns it back around to a little bit more kiting. Here comes Fearon trying to TP and trying to find that Weaver. He does have a Hex, so if he could Hex right after the TP, he can get the kill. But it looks like Roshan, their incarnation of Roshan is back. Anti-Mage goes right in. And not only will they get the Aegis, they will also get the Le Fromage. And who's going to pick up the Le Fromage is the good question. Because, I mean, if you're Doom, it doesn't matter whether you have the sheets or not. Although, if you're Doom, I think they should give it Anti-Mage. They really should give it to Anti-Mage. A lot of times, Aegis on the... Aegis on Weaver, Le Fromage on the Anti-Mage. Let's see. Nope, they're gonna do it the other way around. I don't like the fact, because if you compare to the HP, right? Weaver's got less HP, Weaver's got less armor, Weaver's got less magic resistance compared to the Anti-Mage. So by far, Anti-Mage is a better tank, and when he's a better tank, you give him the restorative, you give him the cheese, because Anti-Mage is a hero that if you lose your Anti-Mage for even 3 seconds in a team fight, you lose a huge amount of DPS. Whereas if you lose your Weaver after he casts his Swarm, his Radiance burn damage, by the way, or how Aura works is that Aura fades after the target dies for 2 to 4 seconds, or if he leaves the designated area. So even if you die, your Radiance damage is still going to be around, and then you revive, so you're going to come back with Radiance Aura anyways. So what I'm trying to say is, cheese is better on the Anti-Mage, and then the Aegis better on the Weaver, because you want your Anti-Mage to be constantly dealing DPS. Your Anti-Mage is better at attacking, so you can utilize that cheese a little bit better. Whether that would make a huge deal in the next team fight or in the next push, I can't say. I don't think so, but it's really hard to say. You know, suboptimal. It looks like the Scourge team is gonna go for the top tower, top racks, and they do have the mid racks kind of helping out. But both Doombringer and Bowsum is pushing hardcore. Bowsum picks up a Cranium Basher, not the standard axe stick for that Night Mag packs. Gonna go for a little bit of physical disable against the Anti-Mage. Whether that is effective is a question. They will get a little bit of extra gold with the tower. I don't think they have the buyback. Hasn't been 4 minutes since that huge mid-cluster F team fight. So I don't think, maybe it has been 4 minutes. I don't even know, but stop again. Man, damn it! Stop using the Manta. Where's the dust? Where's the dust? No, they have gems, so that Fearon gets down immediately. Does he have buyback? He's not buying back right now. They're gonna lose the top rack as we see Anti-Mage pops the BKB, doing so much damage. Just hit the damn tower. No, he's gonna hit Bowsum, despite being so damn tank, still losing so much HP. BKB runs out. There's a buyback from Fearon. No, that's a Hex from the Windrunner. It looks like we have the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage goes down. I suppose that's helpful when your Anti-Mage has the Aegis, because he's perma-stunned and can't use the cheese. I suppose that makes sense. Doombringer dies and buys out immediately. But they don't have the Fearon. It's still a 4v5 team fight. They're defending fairly well. Everyone's so low in terms of HP. No, Fearon alive or buys back. And no, but he gets focused down in 2 seconds. This Anti-Mage is making him like look easy. Tower just taking a lot of damage as well. Bowsum running in and out. Doombringer running in and out. Looks like Anti-Mage get that tower. I think they should turn back now. They're gonna keep staying around. I don't think they can stay around. They might get a kill here and there, but no. They're gonna stay. And no, never mind. take that back. They are gonna stay. They're gonna get to this top tower. And looks like Anti-Mage is doing a huge amount of damage. No, he might be in trouble. Two-man shackle shot against the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage gonna go down. Lich might be shortly after. No, Venge is gonna go down as well, man. This team fight non-stop team fight, and they're gonna go for this. They might just suicide for this Rax. Hit the damn Rax. Hit the Ramsar. Looks like Weaver is on top of it. There's a glyph. No, Weaver just hit the Rax. Hit the Rax. It's glyph. It's glyph. Now the glyph's over. Rax is gonna go down. They are gonna get another melee Rax. Just ditch your Lich. Ditch the Lich. Ditch the Lich. Get out. Get out. Get out, man. Get out. Yeah, they are going to lose a Lich, but no big deal. They got 2 melee Raxes. They are in a prime position. They have better late game heroes, while Weaver and Anti-Mage will out-carry this team. You're putting too much hope on that Furion, which got swapped. If you're man, I'm just very disappointed in Link's positioning that, because he was the carry. He was literally the carry on Sentinel. He just got swapped like that. So of course it's really hard to say, especially if the Scourge team is targeting you with that swap. If the Scourge team is gonna hold out that swap no matter what and wait for the Furion to get in position, and that is the problem with Furion, because if he gets swapped and stunned like that, he's done. He's really done. He's very frail. Even if you saw the buyback from the Furion, Anti-Mage blinked in, popped Manta, and was done in 2 seconds. So in that sense, like, Furion is, I mean, he can be a good stamina carry, but maybe not against this lineup, especially when there's an Anti-Mage involved. But now Weaver's got a Fromage. Might actually pass a Fromage to might just pass it to Anti-Mage. That's going to help him survive. And there's a heart being picked up, so this guy is not dying. I think Anti-Mage next should pick up heart, as we see a little bit pushing attempt. And Ven trying to defend. There's a TP in from the Furion, but here comes a Weaver. Weaver's going to do quite a bit of damage against the Furion, but he might be in trouble. There's a Doom and a Silent Cranium Basher actually slowing them down. It looks like Weaver might be dying despite the heart. Now it looks like we have the Anti-Mage trying to get a kill on Bowsem, but because these two guys are like buddies in terms of running marathons, they're fine. There's Hex going on, but no, L goes down, dies to a tower hit. Swarm doing a good deal of help there, and they did defend the Rax as well. Rax, gonna regen to 4 HP. Low, he's invis trying to TP out. Yeah, there you go. He pops out there. Anti-Mage didn't have a dust or gem holder nearby. Wasn't able to follow him up, and I think that what they should do right now is go mid and just get the bot tower. The game's pretty much over if they get the Bat Rax. That's 3 melee lanes of Rax. I have never seen a team come back from that. Should be it. And these guys are absolutely strong right now. Weaver's got Heart finish. Anti-Mage got BKB finish and Le Fromage. Am I pronouncing it right? I've been saying that for like 18 times. And if I didn't pronounce that right, that would make me look very dumb. Doombringer does not have the Aegis finish. Does have 2300 gold. He can't buy back anymore, so might as well invest in an item. If he has, Chainmail's not going to help too much. The Hyperstone's not going to help too much in terms of, making him tankier. So it doesn't really matter what item he buys right now. Man, my throat's absolutely sore. So you see another two-man stun. Doombringer just holding on his Doom for now. Maybe gonna hold it for the Lich or the Venomancer. But no, this Rax just under a lot of fire, from the Scourge team. They need to pick a fight right now. They can't hold on any longer, because these Glaive Throwers are not showing any mercy as a push to persist as well. And I don't know why Venge. They need a Venge, because Venge is the guy that's initiated team fight. He's swapping the Furion. If they could kill the Furion before the team fight starts, if they kill the Windrunner before the team fight starts, that's gonna be huge. Who is gonna be swapping Venge? Give us a good swap. All you need is a swap. Oh, there's a smoke being popped up. Do they have Sentry up the hill? I believe they do, so they will see anyone. Looks like we have a Shackle action mixing. Oh, Venomancer can't get his ult off. He can't get his ult off. And looks like we have a blinked in Anti-Mage. He gets Hex immediately. Look at his HP being rapidly dropped down. He can use his left Fromage. This team fight is over. We have Bowsem going on the right click. Chain Frost not doing enough damage. Crystal Maiden still surviving right now. But no, left Fromage. Not left Fromage. The Venomancer are doing so much damage. Revenge is going to go down. Weaver still right clicking. Weaver is going to clean up. Weaver is going to clean up. Doombringer is going to be in trouble. Doombringer is going to go down. It's a power shot. It's going to pick off. No, buyback. Man, what? How is he getting the buyback cooldown so fast? He does buy back. 2 people buys back. I think Furion bought back and the Doombringer buy back as well. This is Q for Scourge team to turn back, because they got what they needed. They got a lot of kills. They forced buybacks. They don't need to get any more. Furion doing so much right click power against the Lich. Lich goes down. Weaver still staying around. Is he gonna go for the kill though? I don't think he can, especially against dual hexes there. He's gonna turn back there and he's gonna be fine. Now it looks like Gem is being picked up. He's gonna trying to chase a Weaver, and I don't think they can. But if Windrunner got close enough for a hex, that might have just been it. Trading kills in here and there, a team wipe against the Scourge team. You can see that Anti-Mage is starting to lose the effectiveness. If he doesn't BKB, if he doesn't Manta at the correct time, he is pretty much chain stun to death. There's dual hexes. There's let's just count the stun. There's a Doom might just consider that as a stun, right? Fear, I would consider that as a stun as well. Shackle Shot, that's 3 stuns. Freeze Bite, 4 stuns. Dual hexes, 6 stuns. 6 stuns. Is there anywhere else? Anything else? That's pretty much it. 6 stuns against a lone anti-mage who's not using his Manta to dodge some of the stuns, who's not using BKB before he get doomed. So it's not that effective. Right now, it comes down to positioning, and both teams is not showcasing the best positioning, and I guess that's why this game is so close. And I have to remind you, the Scourge team is down 2 Raxes, 2 melee Raxes. Now, I remember there's one Chinese game I casted where I think one team got Rax like 20 minutes in, mid Rax, and they came back, and the reason being so is that the team that got Rax, they were able to repel the creeps for such a long time. As we see a kill on the Windrunner, they were able to repel the creeps for such a long time that they actually outfarmed the enemy team. You know, because your team has the big creeps, so your team's creeps is always gonna be like somewhere here, or somewhere here. So they're farming, you know, 18 gold creeps, but you're farming 0 creeps because you're not seeing those creeps at all. And if there's 2 lanes of that, I think the Sentinel is actually gonna benefit as this game persists. Scourge knows that. Scourge's like, you know, we need to push. We need to get a freaking push going on and trying to finish the game. But it's hard to do it. It's hard to push against a Furion like this. As you see Furion trying to do a little bit of a ganking action against the Venge. Venge is being forced to defend, which it's very sad because so far the team fights that's been very favorable to the Scourge team is off great swaps. Looks like we have a mid-rax. The mid-rax needs to be defended. Everyone needs to TP back right now. And here's a time where it's going to be extremely difficult to push against Furion, who, like, you know what? You push our bot lane, I'm going to TP mid. You push our bot lane with TP top and push your other lanes and force you back like this. And you can see that there was 4 or 5 guys making it to this area of the map, trying to get a push going on, but being called back. And that's another more farming time for Balsam, more farming time for Link, Calculus, and the whole Nordic Esport gank. And never mind that Doombringer is not a strong late game. Never mind that Night Stalker is not a strong late game. If you give them enough farm, any hero will be strong late game. We already have dual hexes, by the way. Dual hexes being picked up on the supports. MKB being picked up on the Windrunner. Let's see what else. If Crystal Maiden comes up with a hex analogy is right, but Scourge picks up the 4th Roshan. That's 4 Aegis, 2 Lake Fromages. There's even a plural form. But Doombringer is gonna lead the charge. Furion and Doom, can they pick off the Rax by himself? Doom's gonna try. Doom's gonna hit it a bit. But where's the swap? There you go. Swaps in. Lich, cast those stuff, and looks like Anti-Mage is gonna do so much damage. Where's a blink though? Ooh, he actually thought there might be a blink, so use a precious BKB charge. That was a 9-second BKB charge. I don't think even if he was stunned, I think the rest of the team would have got the kill there. So again, I'm not too sure whether that was the best item usage for that anti-mage. But they did get a kill on the Doom. The thing is, even though they're getting the kills right now, it doesn't matter because the kills are happening on their side of the map. If there's a kill happening here, then they could go for the straight like Rax. But since the kills are happening in their side of the map, they're trying to push, but they can't push because this Furion is just a pain in the butt. I were even considering getting either a butterfly for way quicker creep clearing, asking your support to buy a Vlad's, or get a Battle Fury. Like late game Battle Fury, like the creep wave would have been dead by now. Like 3 or 4 hits, your entire creep wave is dead. But I think you need to outpush this Furion, which is a little bit hard because he hits really hard. He's got Wrath of Nature, Force of Nature. If you try to gank him, he's gonna invis out. He could solo gank your supports if you're not careful, because he's got what? Insane amount of damage, stuns, crits, MKB. He's got MKB too. Yeah, Butterfly wouldn't be a good choice anymore for the Scourge team because there's just what, dual MKB now. The Windrunner has one, the Furion has one. So it looks like the bot tower has being brought down by the pressure. So yeah, since Butterfly wouldn't be a good choice anymore, Battle Fury might be an okay choice. But again, I think the anti-mage also worries about survivability here, as we see the Venge picks up a Axe Stick. Wow, this Venge ridiculously Lich. Lich got a Ghost Scepter, which okay, I suppose. Okay against the building building physical damage of the Sentinel team, but Sentinel is still the bread and butter is their stuns and slow, stuns and slow, stuns and slow. Because without those stuns and slows, they wouldn't be able to sit there and right click. So in that regard, I think this Ghost Scepter is pretty useless aside from the 7 stats. Might be able to help you in some like awkward situations, but for the most part, I don't think it's not gonna be too effective. I think what he should have done is trying to finish his axe. Not so much for the Chain Frost extra bonus damage, which is gonna be good, but more for the survivability. As we see a little bit of a this Venge is gonna run into 3-4. Do they have gem though? Do they have gem? No, they don't. They don't. They're gonna run into Venomancer, and this Venge needs a support. No, Shackle Shot off the creep. Well done. Gem's gonna be picked up if they do. No, now they're gonna be a little bit of killing attempt on Night Stalker, and they lost on Venomancer, and that was unfortunate because this push is gonna get delayed once again. BOT being switched in by the Anti-Mage, which I do like the fact if Anti-Mage stays for buyback and then has the Aegis, he could use the Aegis and then die and then buyback and TP back in the battle. So that's 3 Anti-Mage life to go through. And looks like the Venomancer just bought back. They want to win right now. Scourge team putting so much on this one push. They bought back on a Venomancer of all things and try to finish. Can they finish is the question. Leak, does he have buyback? There's 3,600 gold on. No, there's a swap on the Windrunner. They're trying to focus on the Windrunner. Windrunner is casted though. He's gonna be fine. No, very low. I don't even know if it's just Mana Voice being used on him as well. And now Link is gonna. Calculus is that Link be okay for now. Kills are being traded here and there. Crystal Maiden might be in trouble. They're gonna try to focus on the range reactions, which doesn't mean anything anymore. And now the Anti-Mage being fought back. Does he have the Aegis? He does have the Aegis still, but now we have the Lay Fromage holder in trouble. He's gonna die before he lays Lay Fromage not used, and he dies. Does he have buyback? Is he gonna buyback? He does buyback, but no. Looks like Anti-Mage is dead. He's gonna get chain stunned. There's enough stuns. There's 6 stuns. 6 stuns. Where's the stun? He blinks out while there's no stun on him. They're gonna try to focus on the Venomancer. Venomancer does not have buyback. Let's keep that in mind. He's gonna get stunned. Gets Hex. Where's the second Hex? The second Hex not even needed. They are entirely wiping the Scourge team. Is there buyback on the Anti-Mage? I can't even tell. This is just gonna go down as well. Great Shackle Shot once again. Sentinel on the verge of a comeback. No, BOT's in. Both guys buyback BOT. They're backing door, and no rules against backdoor. Don't be pussies and be like, oh man, backdoors are pussy. No, it's not backdoor if they hit you first. It's considered self-defense, and it don't matter that these guys didn't hit them first. MP, backdoors is legit. It's all about winning the game, right? So MP, okay. So wow, what a bold move. Both buying back for BOTs in, but that was a lot of gold investment. Again, not coming to fruition. So it's not looking good. It's not looking for Scourge. It seems right now Sentinel can repel. Anti-Mage or not, Weaver or not, they can repel them. Anti-Mage hasn't been getting those big items because he's forced to get survivability. He's forced to get that BKB and forced to get the BOT to keep up with the mobility. I swear to you, if there's no Furion in this game, Scourge team would not be in this predicament. If there's no Furion in this game, we would not have seen Boots of Travels on both the carries. Because these guys have to keep up. They gotta just keep up with that Furion. You can't allow the Furion just TP wherever the hell you want and push whatever lane he wants to push. So, and that's 200 gold, 2,000 gold down the drain for 2 carries. So this Furion pick also has its uses in late game scenarios. Furion he's got a Manta now. He's still got the Boots. Boots is actually a item that's taking up his inventory. He's got what? There's 3,600 gold on. Wow, this CM. Holy crap, 3,600 on the CM. Dude, if CM gets a Hex, I would actually jizz. I've never seen a CM get a Hex in a pro game. Calculus, before he died, got 3,600. Now dropped down to 3K. Link's got 2,400. Everyone on this team has buyback, and I think a huge part of Sentinel's success is they held on to buyback gold every single fight. Yeah, the Scourge was stronger, and I think they might be still stronger. But the Sentinel team just kept buying back. They kept buying back, You kill me once, oh well, kill me again because I just bought back. And because of that, the Scourge team just got like outlasted. And remember the early team analysis I gave? The pick ban analysis, like, oh yeah, Scourge team is a good, they're good at staying in terms of long-term team fights. But never mind that. Apparently, if you have enough buybacks, any team could be staying in long-term team fights. As we see Sentinel here, really utilizing it very well. Crystal Maiden. What is Crystal Maiden saying for? Crystal Maiden's got 4K go. I hope she doesn't blow it in a BKB, because that's useless, especially against Weaver and Anti-Mage. She blow it into a Hex. I wouldn't call it I wouldn't call buying a Hex blowing it. Although, if I'm repeating blowing it so much, that sounds very erotic. As we see. Anyways, what is Windrunner getting? Is he gonna get a hood? This Ring of Hell's being picked up for a long time. Should sell this Ring of Blissadius because they already have Vlads. Do both of the teams have Vlads? I think Balsam has one. Yes, they do. AC on Balsam as well. The Scourge team has Vlad. Is the question. They don't have Vlads. Wow. You have an anti-mage carry and you don't have a Vlad. I think this Axe should have been a Vlad. I absolutely think this Vlad Axe should have been Vlad. It can not only give your guys your anti-mage lifesteal, but give your creeps so much extra armor, so much extra damage to work with. That is just huge, and fully stacked with your command auras as well. And looks like this Venge might be in trouble. There's a silence on the Venge. Venomancer can't. Where's your ult? Where's your ult? He gets down before he drops his ult. That's like the 6th time Crystal Maiden drops a huge ult just for the slow, just for the kidding slow. And they lost. This Veno hasn't been too impressive with his linking positioning, with his dropping his ult. Either he runs in and dies before he drops his ult, or he just runs in and gets silenced and dies and before he drops his ult. So it's not unfortunate. Here comes Balsam leading his entire team. It's nighttime. Michael Jackson, Neverland Ranch, and there's some moonwalking going on. We do have a teleportation coming in. That is a Furion. He is going to slow down the entire team. He's taking so much damage. There's a Doom on the Anti-Mage, and he's forced to chase. Balsam is going to go down, but you bet he has buyback gold. Anti-Mage used the full duration of that BKB chasing Balsam, and looks like we have Invisbeing run out. Looks like Furion is going to go down as well, but he has buyback, so don't even worry for the Scourge team, at least not as much. At least and they're gonna swap on the Doombury. Doom might be in trouble as well, and then we have Sakushi trying to chase up, and it looks like these guys are too spread out. They're too spread out. Doombringer is going to go down as well. To a Swarm and a couple more blink hits from the Anti-Mage. He's delaying as much as possible. Delaying it for the Scourge team to push. And everyone buy back. They're going to just reset and be like, oh, standing up the hill? What just happened? Nothing just happened. We just had a jungle excursion and nothing really happened. Although they lost a lot of stockpile gold. Crystal Maiden does still have 4k gold. If this gold continue to creep up, we are going to see a Hex eventually. But if they lose this team fight, if Sentinel loses this team fight right now, never mind the Raxus. The game is over. They have to defend here. They have utilized their buyback. All the Scourge teams are still full in terms of mana and HP, though. Venomancer is back as well, I think. No, where the hell is that Venomancer? Venomancer is being so ninja right now. I can't even see him, and I'm the observer. Reno, some brown here. There's initiation on the Windrunner. They're trying to focus on Windrunner. There's a Windrunner being popped. There's a swap as well. Hit her. You have MKB. You don't need a blink. Oh my god, Windrunner's gonna run out fine. And the Venge is gonna go down. They traded Windrunner for Venge. Good trade. Then you're gonna focus on the Rax. Rax now in trouble. They pop the Manta and go for the Rax. We have Ancient War going down. That's 3 melee Rax. The game should be over. No, there's a Glyph. And here Furion doing so much right click damage. It's Crystal Maiden, and Crystal Maiden is still alive in the midst of everything. Venomaster drops a huge ult, but it doesn't matter right now. We have the Ancient Lore even going down as well. Ancient Lore, I think they could just leave it. That's 3 melee Raxes. They could just stay back and farm, and that should be the game. Literally in trouble as well. I think we see Anti-Mage just going around the entire map, baiting, chasing. No, he's just baiting. He's baiting the Balsam away from his entire team. He's TPing back and gets one more Rax. I think, is he gonna pay for his life though? We have actually Balsam out DPSing the, no, not out really out DPSing. I guess just both trading heals. Hits here and there, and Weaver trying to get the last Rax. That's mega creeps. No, there's one more Rax in the mid lane. He pops the cheese. Le Fromage being used finally. He does have a heart as well. Crystal Maiden TP's in for a little bit more heroic defense. Anti-Mage still hanging around with full HP thanks to his heart. He's gonna blink in, go for the hits. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit is gonna get used a BKB charge as well. Gonna TP out. Can he TP out? Can he TP out? No! What a move! Lee KK dies. He does have the buyback, I hope. But no, meanwhile, Weaver at the battling gets, that's mega creeps. A series of backdoors between Weaver and Anti-Mage. That's being mega creep being picked up. Magina does not have buyback. Weaver's got 5k gold and does have buyback. How will Sentinel defend? Can they defend? I don't think they can. Although they have great heroes, they have great items for the defend. They have AC, they have Shivas, they have a Django, they have Vlads. We have Aura up the wazoo. Like they can defend. Yeah, they're actually pushing back against mega creeps, and they might just have the best hero for this situation. They have a Furion who could defend very, very well. I mean, his Wrath of Nature is not going to be, it's not going to kill it's not even gonna scratch these creeps. But the fact that he could just hit creeps multiple lanes, multiple directions, multiple same times, that's gonna be absolutely huge. He has picked up lifesteal as well, which I love this choice. A true late game item is that lifesteal. He's repelling a single lane by himself, but this Weaver is proving to be very, very annoying here. And he can keep the Weaver back. Weaver does have BOT, so as the Scourge guys, as the Sentinel guys gets closer and closer to Scourge Tower, this Weaver will be forced to TP back, and in which case the Furion could TP along with him. I think right now what Furion also needs to do is consider selling his Hand of Midas. That is free 900 gold that could go into his next big items. We're gonna see a huge team fight. No team fight breaking out because Anti-Mage is still dead. They're gonna pick off 1 Rax, double damage on Balsam, doing so much damage. They're gonna swap. They're gonna go top and get the top Rax as well. They might do a Rax trade, and you can see Crystal Maiden using that. Oh, Furion is gonna be TPing in. Yeah, they are. No, Furion TPing into the bot lane. It's gonna be a Mega Rax versus Mega Creeps or Mega Creeps. Oh my God, what game are we watching? Chain Frost actually not doing jack squat right now. Furion getting the melee Rax there. 1 more Rax from the Mega Rax. We have a teleportation coming in. Anti-Mage doing whatever he can. There's the invisible. There's no gems, no dust. Here comes Balsam. Gonna get 1 Rax. The last Rax. Just get the last Rax. Forget Balsam. Dude, just get the last Rax. Furion doing the right thing. Gets the last Rax. Double Mega Creeps. Who is gonna win? Who is gonna defend? I don't know. The team fight is so close. I gotta say Sentinel might be winning because they are winning these team fights. They're saving the buyback. They're being smarter. They have better item choices. They have better team coordinations. And it comes back. This is truly defense of the ancients now. This is all defense of the ancients. Both teams having creeps that do over 100 damage, HP over 1,000. This is all about defending. This is all about having teleportation scroll. This is all about being in position. And let's see who when it matters the most, whether Nordic Esport or TS is gonna. Wow, that was one huge push from Sentinel. I'm absolutely impressed with what they got right now. It looks like the Sentinel is gonna get initiated upon. Scourge is gonna go for the win right now. Can they go for the win? Now it's not about taking down buildings. Now it's not about trying to drone. Now it's about winning this team fight. If you win the team fight, if you force out the buybacks, you will just get the game because the creeps are so big right now. If you even have a small numerical advantage, you will just win. Let's check out buyback goal. We do have buyback goal on the Doom and a buyback goal on Balsam. That should be enough. Of course, you want a buyback goal on the Furion. He's got 2,000 gold. Maybe if he gets a couple of hero kills in this fight, should be able to do it with the help of the creeps. They're doing. Look at this tower just dropping HP so fast. These creeps are getting mowed down as if they're paper. Here comes the Doom. He's gonna run in, just stomp the creeps. I mean, these creeps, you can't just run through these creeps anymore because they do just so much damage. Weaver doing right click, but they're just mowing down these creeps as well. Towers are half HP. Where's that Doom though? No Doom, no fear yet. Maybe they could turn back and wait for the Aegis as well, but it's really just a huge gamble, especially against a Furion who would TP absolutely everywhere now. There's a swap on the Furion. Where's the dust? Where's the dust? There's no dust. They're gonna try to right click him. They do have a gem. They are gonna kill him as well. Does he have buyback? Does he have buyback? I don't see him buying back. Looks like Revenge has go down as well. Venom Master dropping so huge. Crystal Maiden dropping us all as well. But no, there's a Doom on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage might be going down. Doombringer Soul Tank is running in. There's a stomp. And here's Balsam doing a lot of right click damage. Ghost Stab being very effective. No, he's just slow as well. And looks like Doombringer's gonna go down. No, they're gonna lose that team fight. No, Balsam in trouble. There's a buyback. Balsam has a buyback as well. They're gonna try to pick down Balsam. Balsam's so tank right now. Nice Doctor just absolutely tank. No, he does get a. No, there's a cheese being used. I think that was the cheese. No, he's life stealing. He's life stealing, and no time lapse. Wow, what a time lapse! And now we have I don't even know what the hell's going on. Anti-Mage buyback. Anti-Mage buy, and he buyback. Look, what a shackle shot getting 2. And now we have the Lich going down as well. Lich is gonna go down. There's a stomp. Not the best change time, which might have made a huge difference. Every little bit counts in this stage of the game. They're gonna chase down the Venomancer, and looks like that's the end of the team fight. Still no clear victor of that. Anti-Mage might have bought back. Weaver bought back definitely. And there's a Roshan spanning. Dude, having this Roshan is absolutely huge. That is 2 extra life, which in this stage of the game, again, every little bit counts. Scourge, Sentinel desperately trying to push this out. And there's, okay. Jizz. I'm empty. I'm absolutely empty. My bladder, not my bladder. Does bladder hold you? I don't know. No time for biology to wonder whether bladder holds jizz. As we see, Crystal Maiden has a hex. That's 3 hexes. And where's Fromage? Fromage again, the same distribution. And let's we're gonna have a team fight breaking out in the Scourge base. And let's see how it comes out. Again, no buybacks, and neither team has buybacks. Well, I guess Windrunner does, but Windrunner has BOT. No, Windrunner does not have a BOT. The thing is, we're in Scourge base. Scourge Do they have buyback? I don't have time to check. Scourge might have buyback, but they have Aegis and Cheese, and that's a huge thing. Here comes the Manta style. BKB being used, but they're gonna just kite the BKB, and now Freon might be in trouble. Freon a little bit out of position. He needs to stay back. They're gonna try to focus. Now, who is that? Weaver. Weaver goes down. There's no buyback on the Weaver. There's a double shackle. Crystal Maiden dropping hose. It looks like Anti-Mage does go down, and he does have the Aegis, but there's three. Keep in mind, there's the 3 Hex on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage needs a blink. Where's that Hex? Crystal Maiden uses a Hex. There's a freeze by doing a lot of stun time, and it looks like the Sentinel is winning that team fight. Anti-Mage gonna get kited. There's a stun. Where's the second Hex? There's gonna be a Shackle Shot. Doesn't matter if it hits or not, just any stun duration. And it looks like Anti-Mage is gonna go down. No buyback on the Scourge team, and I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. LOM Hitler. Why is there some Hitler? GG being talked about. Wow, this game is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god. I need to see the in-game stat. Holy crap. Okay. Alright, let's... Well, the CS is... Oh, wow. Wow, Link. 400... Well, that it is a 76-minute game. He does have 150-something neutral as well. Very impressive farm. Everyone... Crystal Maiden's got 109. Anti-Mage got 400 as well. Keeping well with the Freon, very good, very well done. It's hard to keep up with the Freon, especially a farm. And then Weaver, very good farm as well. If I want to have to attribute one crucial factor in terms of why Scourge is losing this game or lost this game, is the items. Look at the items on Sentinel and how team-oriented it was. And it was those items in those late game scenario that helped their mega creeps. The Shivas in terms of slowing down the enemy team, doing AoE burst damage, AC giving a minus armor aura, giving a team aura. Vlad's, this Vlad's was absolutely huge. This Vlad is huge in terms of giving all your creeps plus damage, lifesteal, and this pipe. But look at what the Scourge got. They got Mecha, a pipe, and arcane boots. That's it. Do they have a Django? They should have a Django. Okay, Venge have a Django, but they don't have a Vlad's. That's a huge thing. Vlad's as a mega creeps. Like, do they? I'm sure one of these guys had, like, Anti-Mage could have made a Vlad. I don't care who makes a Vlad, just make a Vlad. All of them left, so the gold distribution was a little bit funky. But I know Weaver had like 5k gold or like 2k gold. It could have made a Vlad. Whoever just make a damn Vlad, because it was absolutely huge. Any little bit of extra damage counts. And that last team fight, they have Le Fromage and Aegis. And they got Silence, they got Doom. I still stand by my point that Anti-Mage using his damn Manta too damn soon might not have mattered in that very last team fight, but I'm sure it definitely mattered in one of these many team fights in this game. So, not the most perfect Dota game that I have ever casted, but damn, one of the best game I've ever casted. This, wow. Okay, as this game ends, as we see mega creeps on both sides, just gonna be doing some more fapping on this. So hope you guys enjoyed this game, because I did sure enjoy this game. And until next time, as always, Luminous signing off to you guys.